Welcome to Staunton Harold Nurseries. We're here again at Christmas. It's come round really quick. We're here with Mark Smith, our garden guru, who's going to tell us a bit about Christmas trees. So, Mark.
Yeah, it's that time of year again. We're talking about Christmas. I mean, there's we've still got the traditional Christmas tree, the Norway spruce. Still kind of popular. People do want that traditional feel. I think traditional's still coming back. Everybody likes the rustic feel, and certainly Norway spruces are like that. They do drop though if it's a very, very warm room. So you've got to keep up with the watering. Don't put drying lights on. Use the LED lights. They don't give off any heat. But you've got to kind of expect you're going to lose a few needles during the season when you've got the tree up. But again, by far is, unfortunately this is a small one, but it is small, but it's a good example of what a Nord's like. I do like Nord's because the needles, I mean, I've got gloves on just to handle the Norway spruce, but it's a lot softer. It's a lot softer, it's a lot more friendly. It's a much wider tree than what you get with a Norway spruce, so you've got to be mindful of that when you're picking a Nordman out. But I do like the needles, just a lot more softer, and the great thing about these is very, very, very low needle drop. It will lose the odd one, but generally it will keep the needles even in quite a warm modern room, because most people tend to have the heating on and it's central heating, which tends to dry things out. But Nordmans are that much better at that. But a lot of places are actually selling Nordmans as no needle drop, which is ridiculous because it is a growing thing and it will lose the odd needles. If you wanted a no needle drop, go for a plastic at the end of the day. So if you want a real tree, I'd pick the Nordman. And then,
so you've got some in pots, I see.
There's one just behind you, and this is a Picea amorica, which is a silver. It's quite a narrow one, but it's got a nice silvery blue needle. Again, if this was a cut-off tree, it would hold its needles pretty well. But because it's in pots, it's got its roots, so there's a good chance that this will survive after Christmas, and then you can use it again next Christmas.
That's great.
They are a lot more expensive than a cut tree because obviously they've got the roots. There's a good chance that they will root and survive the after Christmas. But it's just a growing tree, and you can keep year after year. The only thing I would say is take it out of its pot and plant it in the garden, or pot it into a bigger pot, because the thing with Christmas trees, any kind of pine, they don't like being restricted in pots. They tend to lose the needles. They go very, very bare at the base, and spoils the shape really. So it needs that root space to keep the shape.
And you can spray them so as they don't lose their...
You can. There is sprays. Don't put hairspray on because that's flammable. But there are, needle sprays. But a lot of the more modern varieties of Christmas tree don't really need sprays. Just keep them well watered, even on the cut-off ones. And like I say, don't put them next to a heat source because people still put them next to radiators.
I think they do need a lot of water, don't they?
They do. And it's surprising how much they do suck up that much water, even when it's a cut-off tree and there's no actual roots there. Just keep up with the water. Heat source, again, people stick them by, by a radiator, which dries them out incredibly. And the LED lights, like I say, they stop the needle drop because they hardly give off any heat at all, and it was always the old fairy lights, the glass fairy lights, very, very hot. They get extremely hot. You couldn't touch those, and again that would drop the needles as well. So you can also, if it's a cut tree like a Nord or a Norway spruce, is if you put in Milton or baby sterilising fluid in the reservoir, because you get to always pick a stand that's got a reservoir in, so you can put water in there. And if you put Milton sterilising fluid or any other kind of baby sterilising fluid in there, that gets rid of the bacteria that's in the water. And the actual bacteria in the water around Christmas trees, because it stays stagnant, builds up and builds up, and that actually speeds the process of the needle drop. So if you get rid of the bacteria, then it will retain, keeps the water fresher.
Oh, that's
and
a good
keeps
tip.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, people a number of years ago would put bleach in. Which is not great if you've got wooden floors or nice carpets.
Oh dear,
and it's, you know, obviously it's not good if you've got children around, but with it using baby sterilising fluid, perfectly safe, not toxic, does exactly the same job. So you have a little bit of sterilising fluid in there, and keeps the tree fresher for much longer.
So, are there any other Christmas items you can show us?
Well, if you want to follow me to a special place, I will show you something extremely special. Sorry about the noise, that's the heating fan. We've got to keep the temperature up because we're in the houseplant section where we need a constant heat source to keep the plants looking tippy to top, and lots of colour on at the moment. And the traditional thing with Christmas is obviously poinsettias. We've got some gorgeous poinsettias here. With the traditional red, and we've got the unusual white. I think they look gorgeous, the white. They set off the red lovely. The thing with poinsettias is they've got to be kept slightly warm. They're great in a modern house because they're always going to be, it's not going to, you can't keep them in a drafty area or on a cold windowsill. It's got to be somewhere nice and warm to keep the colour, because they start to droop. If you've got to be careful actually when you do buy them, is you take them from the shop out into the cold car park, and if it's a very cold day, they droop almost immediately. But having said that, keep them in a nice warm section, nice and keep the soil nice and moist, and they'll look gorgeous right the way through the whole of Christmas. But that's the traditional Christmas colour, Christmas plant. But we've also got the cyclamen, which are looking particularly nice. We've got the whites, we've got the reds, and we've got the foliage plants as well. There's plenty of colour at the moment, and there's lots to choose from. There's Christmas cactus as well, which are very popular at this time of year, great for presents, as well as indoor orchids and things like that. And a little thing we've got is, if you look behind you, we've got the beautiful arrangements, and we'll go and have a look at those.
That's lovely.
So, if you can hear me, Liz, over the heater, we're in the houseplant area again with the indoor displays. This is a little bit different from the outdoor displays that we had a couple of months ago for the autumn and winter, because they're solely for the outside. These are solely for the inside. They won't survive outside, but we've got a mix of things here, whether it be the foliage, the flowers, and the scent as well, and it makes an ideal Christmas gift. Different sizes, different budgets, but these will last right the way through Christmas, and if they don't last or they start to look a little bit drab, you can replant up with spring bulbs or summer bedding later on, or you can keep the basket and plant up yourself with your own little things this time next year. So make an
really
ideal
handy.
gift.
That's lovely. I see you've got some roses here as well.
With the glitter on, but the red rose is very Christmassy, very attractive. The great thing about these roses, once you finish with those at Christmas, you can actually plant those outside. These are dwarf miniature roses, so they're great for a container, or great for front of a border or something like that. So
they do look pretty.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely gorgeous at the moment.
So, is there any tips of the month?
Jobs of the month. It is quite mild at the moment for the time of year, but you've just got to keep a lookout of frosts. Any tender plants that you've put in the greenhouse, keep a check on that. We have to keep the temperature up for the house plants, and exactly the same for the greenhouse. Also, check on feeders, bird feeders and bird baths in the garden. The birds in the garden that you attract in the garden really do help you get rid of all the bugs and all the pests in the garden. So keep bird baths topped up with fresh water so they can bathe and drink, and also keep the feeders nicely topped up while it's mild, and you'll keep birds coming back into your garden right the way through the year. So they're kind of the main tips for this time of year.
That's lovely. So, is there any contact numbers that viewers can get in touch with you?
The Staunton Herald's telephone number is on the screen now, with the email address as well. And also we do regularly update our Facebook page. If you put Staunton Herald Nurseries in the search bar on our Facebook page, you will see us, you'll see what we're doing, all the new things, the exciting things that we're doing on a daily and weekly basis, and also our fine restaurants on there as well. So you can keep in touch with us. If you've got any problems in the garden or plants that you want to identify, it's always a great way of uploading photos or video to that, and we can answer any of those problems on future shows.
Yeah, that's lovely. So there's a wide variety of flowers here on offer at Staunton Herald. So thank you, Mark, for all the interesting information you have. And we'll like to wish the viewers
a very merry Christmas. He's so rude.
Fun to be with.
There we go. Very supple. Very supple. Now, a 43-year-old man shouldn't be able to do that, should he? No. Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not touching anything. The copper finds a body on the beach.
Yeah.
And he says, classic shark attack, that. And he goes, you're joking? He goes, yeah, classic shark attack. And I knew she'd washed her hair. He says, how the hell do you know that she's washed her hair? He says, she left her head and shoulders on the beach.
So where are we now, Mark?
Well, Christmas isn't just about Christmas trees. We're in the houseplant section. Do your own next.
When you put your hand, where's it gone? Oh. No wonder I'm getting it all the time. No wonder.
No wonder.
Yeah, right.
He's done that wrong.
Oh,